Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Joel. Today we are going to do something a little out of the ordinary. See, me and my partner DGen, we kill scam sites, and the ones that are hard to kill, we put out warnings on. We're doing our best to defend the crypto space here. But one thing that we don't normally do is talk about how we vet projects. So I am going to show you a project that I personally like, and I'm going to show you how I decided that it was worth my money. Now, a disclaimer, I have bought some of this coin. I will benefit from more people buying it, but they are not paying me. I'm not shilling for anyone else except myself. So, this is the Age of Gods homepage. It's pretty nice looking, and I have seen plenty of nice looking scam sites, so that doesn't immediately throw it off, but this doesn't look like a cheap template that you just throw together. This is original artwork that fits with the theme here. So if this was a scam, they'd have to be really creative, right? To make it get like this, they'd have to get some artists in and everything. A lot of the really nice looking sites I tend to, try to kill off, those will just have a nice color palette or maybe a little bit of nice artwork. This has a lot of nice artwork, and we're going to check more of that as we go. Now, up here, you got different places you can buy AOG. I bought some of this token in, I think it was January, when it first went public. I got a push notification on Brave about it and checked it out. If I remember correctly, it was only PancakeSwap. Now, a lot of these sites that I will do videos on, they will have a kind of locked ecosystem where you throw in money and then when you try to withdraw it, there will be some kind of problem. PancakeSwap is a totally decentralized exchange. Nobody is going to stop you from swapping a token in or out with it. So, of course, anyone can just put up something on PancakeSwap, but this is at least a good check mark on the way here. So, good artwork, PancakeSwap. Okay. Now, since I bought in, they've added these here, Gate and BSwap, or BuySwap, whatever. But let's keep looking. The NFTs are listed on Binance. Of course, that's a good thing. But they weren't listed when I originally heard about it. So, anyone who's buying in now, this is a good sign. Anyone who came in when I did, I'm still not convinced. So let's keep looking. Here we have a bit of the layout of the idea here, right? They're going to buy back tokens, which is essentially burning them. Okay, good plan. We still haven't passed everything yet, but look at some of this cool art to go with it. Okay. Here we got a bit of a trailer. I'm not going to play it. Just, you don't need to sit through something. You can go watch yourself. Now here's where things start to get interesting. See, this is a number that they could just totally make up themselves, that there's that many people on the wait list. We're not gonna be convinced by that. Expert crypto team. We'll get back to this later. Premier Game Studio. Yeah, we'll get back to this in just a minute too. Game Studio, brands we've worked for. Okay. Audited by Certic. Okay. This is where we want to look. Now, there are plenty of audits that can go, and a lot of the times people will just see that something has been audited and they'll say it's okay. Certic is a pretty legit auditor that isn't like, it's not a free one. This is one you got to pay money to go into. So somebody who cares about their project, they will pay to go with Certic. Now, a lot of the times you'll see, oh, we've been audited, and it'll just be the contract that's been audited and not the team. So this one, let's take a look at the audit here. Okay, here we got the Certic audit. 80 out of 100, good. Flag, highly centralized project. Well, I mean, yeah. the CEO, Nick Vanderkolk there, he could theoretically take the entire buyback wallet and he could rug pull everyone. You know why he's not going to do that? His name and his face are out there. The guy has the balls to do that, which me and my partner, we don't do. Obviously, there's price on our heads. There would be a price on Nick's. That's why. And then, of course, we have the social sentiment index, mostly positive. I mean, that's pretty high. How many times do you hear, oh, Bitcoin is dead, or oh, Ethereum gas prices are too high? Just people complain about everything. The social sentiment is high here, and there's good reason for it. I'm not going to say transparency is the right word for it because of the nature of what they're doing, but the team is very active and very communicative. So here they're talking more about the game, PvE, roadmap, okay, it's a game. Games have plans. It's a online multiplayer game. Let's ignore all this. Okay, let's keep ignoring. Investors and partners. See Spider Silk Capital here? We'll get back to this one in a minute. Now down here at the bottom, we got the white paper. Now this is where projects are, kind of make or break. I've called project scams just based on shoddy white paper. So let's take a look here. Okay, so here we have a nice flashy white paper with the homepage animation on the front, right? Here we got more of them talking about the game. Just kind of this looks more like a press release, right? But Juego Game Studios, we're going to get back to them. This is the developer. Here they have some pretty impressive stats here, right? Over 1 billion game installs from this one studio. They've worked with Warner Brothers and Disney and Fox and Amazon and everything. Sounds like it's a big deal to have these guys on your side. And yeah, if you look here, they're talking about it. So this studio is actually developing the game. This is one of those things. Look, February. These guys have been talking about it for months. That sounds pretty legit, right? So look, we got more fluff here talking about how the game's going to work and everything. This is all, very interesting, but anyone who's seen a design document for a game before isn't going to be too interested in this. This is the bullshit sniffer part of me who's looking right now, not the gamer. So here was the status of the token at launch here. The price was 12 cents. Yeah, I remember that. I bought in around 12 cents. Here's the initial distribution here. As you can see, marketing, very important. Product, very important. And here, see this one here? The team, 10%. Yeah, I'm going to get back to that. Just tuck that into the back of your brain there. Now, here, this is where I start, looking for a scam. This right here, the team. Now, you see a lot of faces and a lot of names here. Okay, we passed the team. These guys, Nick VDK, the CEO. Now, let's go to his LinkedIn profile. And here we got him. Hey, remember earlier I mentioned Spider Silk Capital? Here we got his banner. Here we got his face. Here we got his name. Here we got him publishing an article about Age of Gods. Now, Degen and myself do not use our real names. We do not use our real faces. This is because there's a lot of money involved here, and people will get very upset if you mess with their cash flow. This guy right here, using his name, his face, attaching it here, and his professional identity, that means that he's very serious about his project. And as far as the team here goes, I may have messaged a guy or two off of this list on LinkedIn and asked them if they actually were working on the game, and they confirmed it. I don't want to say who because I don't know if they have any NDAs going, but yeah, they didn't tell me anything other than that they were working on it, and they said, good for you doing your due diligence. Now, we looked at his LinkedIn profile, and if that wasn't evidence enough, check this out. Here on the official Age of Gods YouTube channel, there you have Nick himself talking face to the camera, smoking what looks to be a pretty nice cigar, talking about the project. Now, this one was a very recent one, but if we go to the channel, you can see that he had an AMA 2 months ago where he is just talking about everything. Look, face clearly right there. It is 100% the same guy. Like I said, believes in his project. This is a guy who is putting himself out there. And lastly, we got the Telegram channel. Now, there is a lot going on here, and they've been very active and very talkative. Earlier, I mentioned that they were not transparent, but they were very active. The transparency thing is because there are NDAs involved all over the place. They can't talk about where they're going to be listed. They don't want to spoil things that are coming out or ruin hype. But this Telegram channel has been an excellent resource for me as a, investor. Before I bought anything, I came in, I badgered them with 150 questions, and when it passed the sniff test, after the original sniff tests, I decided these guys were serious, and I jumped in. Now, by the way, another good metric here is how active the chat is. If you see that there are 40,000 members and nobody is posting, that's a pretty good sign that most of them are bots. I've been in 100 scam Telegram channels, and this one is extremely active. I'll wake up in the morning and there will be like 750 messages unread there. It's honestly kind of annoying and makes it hard to catch up. It's a good thing they're so good at pinning the important messages. Now, if you scroll through the pinned messages on the AOG Telegram, you will see a lot of communication, a lot of announcements, a lot of what I would consider to be smart decisions for the longevity of the project. But one thing they mentioned that I'm honestly not going to bother trying to find right now. Remember earlier I mentioned the 10%, of the tokens that were going to the team? Those are locked until the project reaches a $1 billion market cap. So they are highly motivated to deliver a good project and bring the value of the coin up. Now, as I said at the beginning, I'm not being paid for this. There's no reason for me to make this video besides me showing how much work I put into investing in something. I think this should be the bare minimum level of research that anyone does before they throw their money at anything. And I would like it if everyone started to, put everything to this level of scrutiny. Then, what I do here on YouTube or DGen and I killing websites, we wouldn't have to exist. Right? We could do other stuff with our free time because I'm not getting paid for this. So you can check me and DGen out on Twitter. There is a link to us in the description here. I'm going to figure out some way to make our scam website Graveyard available, but it's well over 400 websites at this point. And I'm going to link Age of Gods, and you can scroll through and you can verify everything I've said, and you can find your own points that you like or dislike about it and decide whether or not to invest yourself. this is just my opinion. This is how I decide stuff, right? This is how I call scams, and I say AOG is not a scam. So anyways, stay safe, do your own research.